Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kenna and I am a Cameroonian YouTuber based in Douala. Yes guys, I am still in Buea and hopefully today is going to be my last day in Buea. I will probably be going back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I actually feel weird because this is Monday. The kids had to start school today, but they could not. Like guys, I'm going to explain all this some other time when I'm ready, but for now I'm not ready to talk about that. So yeah, I've, like you guys know, it's been 3 amazing weeks in Buea. I've enjoyed my stay in Buea and I am going to be going back to Douala. And I just thought, hey, I've been here for a while. At least I've gone to the market and stuff like that, and I'm in a good position to talk about cost of living in Buea. So if you're interested to know the cost of living in Buea, just keep watching and learn a thing or two. Okay guys, so like I said, I've been in Buea and it's obviously it's not like I just came to Buea and I've been here only for three weeks. If you have been following me for a while, you know that I have been living in Buea basically all my life since 1998 till sometime in 2011 12 I think. So not till 2011 when I started shuffling between Buea and different towns. But yeah, so I came back to Buea and I'm like, guys, a lot of things have changed. If you are one of those people who has traveled out of Buea for the longest time and things were probably very affordable, and you're going to be shocked when you get prices of things now. Like I was I was screaming a lot of the time. I was like, what? Oh my god, like, is this the same Buea I used to know? So yeah, I just jotted down my points and I'm going to be going through them one by one to make it easier. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is that since this crisis, guys, Buea is no longer the affordable town it used to be. A lot of things have changed. Buea is now more populated as people have moved from many of the interior villages to town because they are trying to run away from the crisis. Buea is relatively safe as compared to some other towns like Bamenda and a couple of other places, right? So a lot of people have moved to come and be in Buea because they feel a little more secure, while others have gone to bigger towns like Douala and Yaoundé. A lot of people have as well moved to Buea. So because of that, see, things in Buea are no longer cheap. Oh, if you used to feel that things were cheap, transportation, all that, you are kidding. So the first thing on our list is feeding. See guys, this one is still shocking me because I've always known Buea to be that place that it has very good soil, so it's easy to make food and stuff. Like, you know, when my mom was in Cameroon, she's going to make me okongobong, bitter leaf, yam, plantain. Like, she farms and she brings me a lot of things to the house. But it is not like that though. Yes, people still farm, but I feel that maybe it's because of the population. There are a lot of people, so maybe the food might not be enough. So I don't know, I'm just guessing. So food has really become expensive, and then considering the fact too that a lot of those people from the interior, they used to be farmers who work and sell, they are no longer available like that. Like, they are no longer in those areas, so it's difficult to get food. See, Buea is expensive, guys. I'm not here to kid you. Food in Buea is expensive. Feeding in Buea, oh my god, feeding is expensive. To get a chicken, yes, right now chickens are expensive, but to get a chicken in Buea, you get a chicken for 4,000, 5,000. It seems as if you have not gotten anything. So feeding in Buea has really, like, I think it has doubled from when I was here, when I was stable here. Feeding has doubled. It is not cheap if you're coming to Buea. Like, even for the few restaurants I've gone to do restaurant reviews, you don't see, before we used to see plates of food for 1,000, 1,500, but since I've been here, majority of the food I see is 2,500, 3,000, 2,500, between 2,500 and 5,000. So for you to get a decent plate of food in Buea now, you have to have at least 2,500. If you are cooking in your house, you have to come prepared, because you say, oh, you want meat, a kilo of meat is 3,000, but when they put the meat, it's just as if they have not put anything. So yeah, feeding now in Buea, feeding is not even easy. It's not. And if I have to compare feeding Douala, Buea, right now I'll say feeding, like going to the market, buying food from the market, not restaurants, buying food from the market, Buea is more expensive than Douala, because Douala, there's a lot of food in Douala, especially as people carry things from all around the country to come and sell there. So there's a lot of food in Douala. The only problem is that the food in Buea looks fresher and cleaner than the food in Douala. The next thing I'm going to talk about is transportation. See guys, like I said, transportation, Buea is not that Buea again. Before, you used to take 100 francs from Moliko to Buea town. Like, transportation was pretty cheap, pretty affordable. But you're joking, you cannot be coming to Buea anytime now and you feel that you're going to pay transportation. As in, they don't even take 100 francs, they take 100 francs but for 1 minute drop. If you're going too far, just prepare your 250 francs, your 200 francs. At night is 300 francs. And I'm just like, oh my god, if there's something that I've spent a lot of money on since I've been in Buea, it should be transportation. Because as you know, I don't have a car, so you have to enter inside taxis. And then with a lot of these new neighborhoods, like where our house is, it's a new neighborhood that has opened. We have cars now that come to the area specifically. So when you, like, okay, let me give an example. When I drop at Bonzuma gate, okay, I have to now get in a car that will carry me to my house. And to get in that car, it's either I pay 100 francs, they drop me halfway, and then I stroll for like 15 minutes into my house, or I pay 1,000 francs, as in 1,000 francs, for them to come and drop me in front of my house. So imagine me on those days where I'm carrying bags, and since the house is far, it is practically impossible that I will go to the road without buying. Like, I buy and try to buy everything I need, so that when I get into the house, I'm not going to have to go out again, because it's pretty far. When you go and reach, Blessing will call, oh Kenna, I forgot to buy this. Somebody will call. So when you're coming back, you're coming with many things. So you cannot be saying you take a drop for 100 francs and then you take a car. So majority of the time when I'm coming, I have to pay 1,000 francs for the car to come and leave me in front of the house. And yeah, that has scraped my money. Like, it's not easy when you're coming late at night. This area does not have a lot of street lights and stuff like that, so you just most definitely have to pay the 1,000 francs. It's easier when you're coming, maybe you're 3 of you, 4 of you, you'll not feel it too much, because you basically pay like 250, 300, and you still pay the 1,000. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're 4 people, 10 people, as long as you're entering inside the car and the car is coming to this place, you're going to be paying 1,000 francs. So for transportation is, for me, honestly, I'll say that I feel that transportation in Buea is a little bit expensive. It's not a little bit, it's expensive, because the distances are not that long. Yes, I feel like it should be, the highest amount should be like 200 francs for a long distance, because the distance I'll cover in Douala or in Yaoundé, that I'm going to pay 250 francs, is nothing like the distance in Buea. From my 17 to the furthest place, I don't feel that it's worth it. So for me, transportation now is a little bit expensive. But the good thing about Buea is, if you have your personal car, you're not going to have any problem. Like, it's going to be way cheaper. I've spoken to a couple of people who have cars, and they spend a lot less. Like, somebody who works in an office is going to tell you that they spend, like, who has an affordable car will tell you that they spend basically 15,000 per month, 20,000 if they want to spend too much. So for me, I think that if you have a personal car in Buea, you're going to do pretty well. The next thing we're going to talk about is security. Guys, I filmed a video where I was telling you guys how scared I was. Yeah, since I came, I've not heard of any, I don't want to even talk about them. I'm outside, like all those things that you probably been hearing on the news about Cameroon, this happening, and gunmen and all that. I haven't heard of any, except on that day where I heard my first gunshot. I haven't heard anything. Buea, for me, I think that Buea is pretty safe. What I'll just tell you is, if you're coming to Buea, when it comes to security, if you're coming to Buea in these times of crisis and all whatnot, you should just do your stuff and be home by latest 7. If it's too bad, 8. For me, I'm just scared. I don't, since I came, I've not been out of my house. 6:30 meets me out. I'm sweating, I'm scared. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to be here. Because for security reasons, it's preferable for you to just stay in, do whatever thing you want to do during the day, stay in. When you hear that there's ghost town or there's a lockdown, just respect it, be in your house, and you're not going to find yourself in any trouble. When you hear gunshots around you, lie on the floor because you're trying to run away from a bullet. That's basically it. But for general security, like stealing, attacks, Boya has always been that safe place. Yes, they steal, yes, they attack, but it's not that way. So I'll tell you, Boya is relatively a pretty secure place to live. Next thing on our list is housing. See, guys, back in my day, you could get a studio apartment for 35,000 in Boya, but gone are those days. Yes, rent has increased in Boya, but I still feel like it's just okay. And people are building every day because the population is adding and stuff. People are building every day. People are renting out the apartments, but you would get a pretty house, a good house, like okay, a good studio apartment in Boya. You could get it from 50 to between 50 and 70,000. A good 2 room apartment, you could get it from between 70 to 100. And then a house, you could get it from 100, 120, 150 if it's too expensive. So housing in Boya, I would say housing in Boya is, it's pretty good, it's pretty affordable. You know that the Buea is more of a student kind of area, so there are a lot of mini cities, these little self-contained rooms. So if you are that person who might not have money to rent a studio apartment, you could always rent a room. And those rooms, we have rooms from 10,000 to rooms of 30, 40, even 50,000. So it just depends on what, how much your budget is and all that. And then the next thing I'm going to talk about is help. If you're planning to move to Boya and you're planning to like, oh, I need somebody who come and work with me, I need somebody who can come and stay with me and stuff. I feel that with the crisis, like I said, there are a lot of IDP, internally displaced persons. So it's easy to get help here. It's pretty easy. There's always that one person that wants to wash your clothes so that you can give them some money. There's always, so it's pretty easy. And it's sad to say, but labor is pretty cheap because you could always just ask somebody wash my clothes, you give them like 500 francs. But in a big city like Douala, you're kidding, you have to start paying somebody from like 3K, 4K, 5K, even 10K. So when I say 500, please, I mean like once, not I don't mean like for a month. So labor is actually pretty cheap now because a lot of people are not staying in their houses. They're just looking for something to eat. So it is quite easy to get help right now. Yeah, guys. So that is all, I think. What else have I not spoken about? I don't think, yeah, I think that that should be it. Yeah, that should be it. Thank you guys for watching. If there's more you'd like to know about Boya, let me know in the comment section. I think this is going to be the last video on my Boya series. I hope you guys enjoyed this series, and I'm going to see you on my next video. Love you. Bye. Mwah.